Welcome everybody to Chip Theory Games. I'm Adam Carlson.
I'm Shannon.
Hey, we are here. We have set up the game Cloudspire. Right now we're about to play a game of co-op. And we want to show you exactly how to play and see how fun it is. Right now let's dive right in. Right now we've set it up with our first scenario. The Brahmin and the Grove Tenders, that's us. Shannon's the Grove Tenders, I'm going to be the Brahmin. We've discovered that the heirs have been doing some trading on the side, on this trade route on an island. And we are venturing onto the island to investigate more on what's going on. And we find out that the heirs are recruiting and harvesting from a major source well nearby in a gate port. And so we'd like to show you how exactly the theme and the cooperative game plays using that discovery, and we will be completing some objectives.
We are going to be playing through 3 waves in this specific scenario, and our first objective, first and foremost, is to stop any of the mercs from getting to the heirs' fortress. There will be mercs coming through every wave, and if any of them get to their target, then we will lose the scenario immediately. On top of that, we have 2 additional objectives that'll get us better win conditions. So the first one is to defeat the heirs' fortress if we can get their gate HP down to 0. And then the last one is to send one of our minions through this gate port at the top of the map.
Perfect. Let's dive in. Alright, so here's our cooperative game. We are playing one of the Brahmin Grove Tender co-ops called Intercept. Here's our map. We've set it up, as you can see here. We're going to turn the page here. Here's a list of our objectives and our scenario requirements. And then on the last page, this walks us through each of the 3 waves we're going to be going through, and we'll walk you through how we play this game.
Okay, so we start off with the event phase. There's no event happening in this first wave. And then we go into our income phase. So each of us is going to get 5 source to start out this wave. And we'll get an extra 2 source every wave after this. Now we move into our market phase. And I am the first player, the Grove Tenders, this wave. So I get first chance to buy out of the market. And I want to buy this earth-shaping atoll, which cost me 2 source.
Very good.
Put that in front of me.
The next turn is Brahmin, so that's me. I'm going to pass on the market phase, and then the heirs will be going up.
Now the heirs aren't buying out of the market, but importantly they've pulled all of the minions out of the market for this specific scenario, because they are going to be running those merc minions across the board.
Right, perfect. And then we transition right into the build phase, again back to player 1.
Okay, so I am the first player and I can put down this earth-shaping hex of purchased. I'm going to put it right here. I want to cover up some of this mountain with forest. That'll be easier for me to traverse. If I had enough source, I could build a spire on this source well immediately, but I can't afford any of my spires right now.
My turn to build. I'm going to go ahead and build in my honor pit. I haven't unlocked the die for this yet. But the honor pit allows me to upgrade my battle-worn ship unit to the upgraded version, which has the star on that side. So now I've improved this particular unit. So that's my build phase. That cost me 5 source. So now I'm down to 0.
Okay, the heirs do not take a build phase, so it's back to me, and we can continue to build one at a time until we decide to stop. I am going to spend my last 3 source on my Hall of Shaping, so I will put a peg there. And now all of my summons are at a reduced cost of 1 for my taproots, and I'll show you how that works when we get into the onslaught phase.
Very good. We're going to transition to the prep phase, starting with player 1.
Okay, we both have 5 CP this wave to work with. So we're going to our barracks and finding 5 CP worth of minions to deploy. We also get our starting hero, which doesn't cost any CP to deploy on this wave. So I am putting out a taproot because I've just made their summon ability better. I might as well utilize that. And then I'm going to put out a warbriar as well. And I'll be deploying these individually. So you can go ahead
Very
and
good.
stack this.
Okay, I've got my starting hero, Ausch. Again, Ausch starts on the base side. Eventually I'll be able to hopefully upgrade Ausch. But I'm going to have Ausch start there. Again, all of these chips are available to me as options, but I'm choosing a Battleborn and a Dispatch. We're only limited by the CPU we have to use. The Battleborn gets to be upgraded because of the Honor Pit. I'm going to put the Battleborn here, and I'm actually going to lead with the Dispatch. You always want the topmost unit to be the one that you want to be in the lead, and they come out in order as such. I stack them like this to help me realize how many groups I have, but this is exactly the same thing. Over here, with the heirs, as described on the co-op sheet, we have them start with the Joust unit here on the base side, and then the Harriers go there, and we're ready. Part of what's special for this scenario is our target options. What's unique is they started with the Windrush, and the black chip underneath is actually a Merc Minion. Again, they're making their way to here. They take their turn at the same time as these guys go, and their target is the fortress, and for these guys, their target is for this one. They start out with the Brawny, so they're going to come around here. So that's going to be very interesting, so we'll have to pivot our strategy for that. And on our turn, we also get to declare targets. What's really cool is we actually have two options for targets as well. Shannon, please.
So our choices are to either target that Windrush or the Heirs Fortress. I would like to target the Windrush.
Absolutely. This is very interesting. I want to target the Windrush as well, because if we are able to defeat the Windrush and the Merc Minion, we are able to pivot our target and come over here for the fortress at that time. So I think while it's risky, if I go up there, I'm allowing a pathway for the heirs to come through, but I'm hoping that that won't be the case.
We are at the onslaught phase, and I'm the first player, so I'm going to just jump right in. We always have the option to build at the start of our turn, and I'll declare if I want to do that at the start of any turns, but otherwise we'll just go past that for now, and we go into our movement. So this Warbriar has a movement of 2. My Taproot also has a movement of 2, but it can't go any further than my Warbriar. And then Daiwin, who has the ability to walk through forest, can go 2 this way. Now we're at the exploration stage, so I have the option to explore one or both of these landmarks. The Warbriar is going to explore what's here. And I found a thorax with toxic secretion. I'm not going to flip this over yet, but now I know what is there. And then Daiwin is going to explore over here, these ruins, which is a lost caverns with a secret passage. Now, if I flip this up, which I'm going to do, I put a health chip underneath it. Once I've attacked this and the health chip is gone, a hero can use this to travel with it to another unrevealed landmark. So it's a way to get around the board if I want to use that. And that is the end of my turn because I'm not going to have Daiwin attack that just yet.
Very good. Thank you, Shannon. I'm up. So I lead with the Dispatch. I can start out my first position on any one of these. I want the Dispatch to be in front, but I want to go slow because these units are coming through and I want to make sure that I'm kind of in this vicinity. So I'm going to kind of play it slow by using almost like a sidestep tactic. The Battleborn has to come out, and here's this option. Or if I go here, I have to move the full move range. I'm actually going to do that. Ausch gets to move, but Ausch can only move onto forest or plain. He can't go onto the water. So this isn't really a very... I'm going to go this way, but again, I only get one move. I'm going to use the Battleborn to explore my chip here. Looks like I've got a Traxxar Hellion. Engage! Engage means I have to flip it over and deal with it. Ouch. But the good news is, after I do this little attack, it's there. It's no longer really engaged. Engaged is just the initial flipping of the chip. So Battleborn will go right in and attack. So I've got a 2 attack and 1, 2. Because this unit survived, it will do 1 attack back to me. And that was my little engagement right there. So I'm actually very excited that this unit is here because I have opportunities to take it down, and the reward will be a spire. All right, let's transition. Yep.
Your dispatch also has an opportunity to
my
attack,
dispatch 2 range skill. Now I can't explore from 2 away. I need to be adjacent to that unit. But thank you, Shannon, for spotting that. We've got 1 attack, and funny enough, so the first unit that retaliates, the first unit that attacks it, there's going to be a retaliation. I would have been wise to fire with the dispatch first to use up the retaliation, which would have been 0, and then I would have had a free attack with Battleborn. But I failed to see that, and that's part of the fun of the game. But I did manage to get a bonus damage out of it. Thank you, Shannon. Perfect. Here we go. Harriers. Harriers are the topmost unit. My goodness, they have a 4 move. But again, I don't know if I want them to go super fast. Well, maybe I do, because I want... So rather than doing this sidestep tactic, I'm going to run them down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Full speed ahead. And then the joust have 2... Yes. Oh, thank you.
You went 1, 2,
right out of the gate. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to learn to count. And then the joust have 2 move. I've got 2 options here. They must move their full move range. But I think let's get them going. Perfect. And then that concludes the first. But we keep going around. So it's now turn 2 during the onslaught phase.
Absolutely. So I'm going to move my minions first. 2 movement, pretty straightforward. I've got a bit of a bottleneck situation happening here. I am at this point going to leave Dywin in this spot, and I am going to flip over this landmark because I know what's under there, the toxic secretion. Now, toxic secretion says that any unit that moves into a hex adjacent to it has to take a damage, which is why I wanted to wait until my units got past it before I flipped it over. My units that can attack have to, so my Taproot does 1 damage, but there is no counter attack. And Dywin doesn't have to attack, but I will clear the secret passage just in case I do want to use that down the road.
Perfect, very good. My turn. I've got 2 options to choose to move first because they're both considered the leading unit towards its target. They're at a tie, so I get to pick between the 2. I could alternatively use to move my hero, but unfortunately it's kind of stuck there. I'm actually going to, again, my intent was to have the dispatch go down first. The Battleborn will move 2 positions up to, anyways, it's kind of stopped there anyways. And then Ausch, I want Ausch to be able to do the finishing hit on Traxxas Hellion so that I can upgrade my hero. First things first though, I need to knock it down. It still has 3 HP. Ausch only has 1 attack. I need to hit it for 2 damage. This is going to be very tricky because I want 2 HP here when I approach the refuge. Unfortunately, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit this for 1. We've got 2 HP left, and it hits back for 1, just like that, every time, as long as it survives. Ausch has a talent called Outfitter. If you look on your reference sheet, Outfitter allows, it says that Ausch can do an additional 1 damage to specifically landmark minions. So Ausch is very good in situations like this. The Traxxas Hellion actually will take 2 damage from Ausch. Furthermore, because it was the defeating blow, the Traxxas Hellion will not do damage back to Ausch. And because I did the finishing blow with Ausch, I get to upgrade. And guess what? I get a +1 attack. Now, a quick disclaimer for you guys. We have a different colored chip for the attack upgrades. I realized they're the same color. We ran out of a certain chip color for making this version because this is our copy. So, but just know that Ausch actually has 2 attack and 3 HP. Anyways, there we go. Very good. I'm going to leave that alone because I don't want another engaged unit. I'm very scared. Moving on to And by the way, the Trackstar Hellion goes into sort of a discard pile. So we're just kind of collecting them over here.
Okay, so we did miss a step.
Whoa!
We forgot to move that pesky Windrush last wave, but it wouldn't have affected anything, so let's go ahead and move it now. With 4 movement, it would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4. And now that it's back to the heirs, they will move 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, the reference sheet says that the Windrush must move at the start of the heir's turn. So that was the opening play for the heir's turn number 2. Thank you, Shannon. I completely missed that. We're shooting video. All right, so now that is interesting. That'll make it fun. So that's not in range of anything. The heirs, the Harriers. The Harriers, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Harriers move 4. What's interesting is we have to always remember who the target is. That's the Browning. So if they're moving 4 positions, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's technically 2 options, but this one over here does not improve its position. It's considered a lateral move because it's going to end up the same number of positions away from the Browning Fortress. Therefore, unfortunately or fortunately, I only have one choice for the heirs. They must move the entire move. So they're moving 4. And the Jousts are trekking along at 2. At this stage, if we had spires, of course spires would fire, but we still have no spires in play. Heirs are finished. Shannon.
Okay, my turn, and now I have something to attack. My Warbriar is headed towards this Windrush, so no option but to move it forwards. It has the skill Impale, and Impale says when it ends its movement next to a unit it wasn't adjacent to previously, it deals an automatic damage, so that is fantastic.
Okay.
My Taproot will move here, and we are going to put Dywin 1 step closer, get into the fray. So before I get to attack, spires are going to fire on me, and I am within range of this refuge. It has 1 attack and a fortification, and every spire has 1 built-in range, so it can always hit something adjacent.
Perfect. So spires fire?
Absolutely.
Is that right? We're bringing in our very, very special Cloudspire dice tray. Yes! This advertisement brought to you by Chip Theory Games. Here we go. It's a roll, it's 1 damage. So, Refuge will attack the one and only target for 1 before you transition to the attack phase. Very good.
And I do not get to counterattack a spire that's firing on me, but I do now get a standard attack. I have 2 options, but my Warbriar with only 1 damage cannot do anything to the spire because a fortification on the bottom means it takes at least 2 damage to remove that upgrade.
Ouch!
I'll go ahead and attack this Windrush. Actually, I'm going to not make the mistake that Adam made.
Oh.
I'm going to attack with my Taproot first that has range. 1
Nice
damage. It can't counterattack me because it doesn't have range. And then my Warbriar can do 1 damage without taking a hit. Dywin is going to hit this Thorax for 1 damage.
Very good. That's a clever little strategy there, Shannon, to bypass the counterattacks. Absolutely. Sounds like it's my turn now. Again, Windrush is my target. Dispatch is the leading unit. Here we go. It moves its full range of 2. Battleborn again moves its full range, but it says 3. Again, I have to move as far as I can. 1 is not an option. So I'm moving all the way up with the Battleborn. Ausch I want him to contribute. He's got 2 attack now. I need to get him in there too. So that's my move. Now what happens is spires fire again. So the refuge will have a chance to fire on each opposing faction's turn. So when the Warbriars move, spires fire. When I move, spires fire. The fortunate thing is the refuge doesn't attack other factions. It only focuses on the new factions that are coming into range. Refuge will also fire on the leading target unit, which is Dispatch. So we're going to go ahead and roll the attack die, please. Alright, we got 1 damage. So Dispatch takes a hit. Ouch. Alright, so now I'm transitioning to my attack phase. Okay? Because I'm player controlled, I get to choose which of the 3 I want to attack with first. Ours missed his opportunity to explore, but I don't want to explore anyways. Dispatch has 2 target options. Battleborn. Ooh, Battleborn has 2 attack. We were talking about the fortification a minute ago. Maybe if I took that out, we have an easier time taking out the refuge. So I'm going to attack refuge with Battleborn.
Perfect.
Now, the 2 damage is 2 damage, but in terms of spires, we're talking about doing as many damage as... the damage does not equate to the number of upgrades that it loses. As much damage as you do, it still only does 1 upgrade removal. But this one requires that damage number to be 2 or greater, which we've done. So we've taken out the major fortification. Now, guess what? Dispatch can take out refuge. That is interesting. If I hit the Windrush, I would lose Dispatch. I'm not excited about that. So I'm going to go ahead and attack the Dispatch.
Yep.
With the, refuge with the Dispatch. And there is a source reward. That would be the top right corner, the 3. So now I've earned my very first source for taking out that unit. Very good. I also missed a step here. The Hellion is gone. Now remember the Hellion that was here before? It didn't have the source reward. But what I forgot, and I mentioned it earlier, and I can't believe I forgot, is there's a free Spire upgrade that goes right on that spot. This is very, very important. In my case, it would be the dispatch platform. And I'm going to build it this way. When I build a Spire, it matters in what order you build. So I'm going to do the attack first and then the range second. When the Spire gets attacked, the upgrades will get removed from the bottom upward here. And now because I missed that, I've missed out on an opportunity to shoot the Harriers. The range is a +1 range to the 1 range it already has. So essentially I would have been able to shoot the Harriers. That's a bummer. Anyways, so I got my 3 source for defeating that, and now this is an empty source well. I don't get to do anything with that, unfortunately. You do get 2 build options during the onslaught phase, but they have to happen at the start of my turn. Alright, let's transition to the heirs. Windrush moves first, and then these guys move, and then we'll check for quick strikes in a second here. So Harriers are up against their path for the target. They don't get to go around. They can't walk on anything that's not a path. So if you've noticed, we've been staying on the path with the minions. Joust moves 2. Harriers can't move any closer. Windrush obviously also was trapped, but we checked that one first. Alright, so normally at this time, Spires fire. However, there is a specific talent we need to watch for. It's called Quick Strike, which the heirs have a lot of, which is fantastic. Quick Strike allows them to actually attack before the Spires even get to act. So here we go. This one doesn't have a target, but this one will go. The Harriers will attack their one and only target, the Battleborn. They do 1 damage, and because the Battleborn survived, the Battleborn hit back for 2 damage. Boom, just like that. I still get source for that, even on their turn. And we are cleaning up here, Shannon.
Alright.
Spires will fire at this time. This is our only Spire. Now, we would actually check both Shannon's and my Spires, because the key here is it's during the heir's turn. And then, optionally, Shannon and I would be able to choose the targeting for that. But checking this right now, it's a 2 range. There's nothing in range, so we're just going to move right on.
Okay, so my turn, and I can't move my Warbriar or my Taproot. They are both stuck on the path behind that Windrush. I'm going to keep Diamond where she is as well. We're going to go ahead and attack with the Taproot first again for the first damage, and follow up with the Warbriar for the last damage off of this Windrush. And that's going to defeat it. Unfortunately, this doesn't give me any source. And then the grouped Merc underneath it is going to come out immediately and get set up. And now we have this Merc minion that we need to defeat before it gets to the heir's fortress.
Yeah. what you just saw was an example of what we call a grouped minions. Grouped minions. This is the only example on the board right now, but the two units were actually together. And so when you take off or remove or defeat the topmost unit, the next one just essentially appears, and you give it full health. And you just keep going down the list. But fortunately for us, there's only two in that group. Yeah.
Okay. Last part of my turn, Dywin still has the opportunity to attack and is going to, again, pick away at this thorax that is over here.
Yes. I love it. All right, my turn. Again, the Mark Minion was my target. These two are not moving. Oush has the option to move. I can't walk on mountain. I can't walk on mountain. So this is, that one needs a landmark, no? Okay, so we're going to move that there. I'm going to actually do a little bit of a peek here. Oh, the bees. Yes, that actually works out very nicely for me. So I'm going to choose to reveal, so I flip them up and give them their health. And by the way, we just added that there. Somehow it got removed while we were setting up the game. So, spires fire, but no spires are in range. So now I'm transitioning to my attack. So I've got some options here. The dispatch will attack the fashioner. That's actually not an option. Each of these units, my minions, must attack, if able. It's only if there were multiple options to attack, I have control over that. But I must hit with my dispatch. So it's going to hit for 1 damage, the fashioner, and the fashioner will hit back for 1, which is why I've removed the dispatch. The source goes away. Essentially, the opposing faction would inherit that source. But we're just going to go ahead and do that. Oush is going to attack bees. Remember, Oush has the attack upgrade, in addition to the 1, and Outfitter, which is +1 more for landmark minions. And guess what? I've managed to do all 3 damage to the bees. Oush is very good at exploring the world. So I get 4 source for doing that. We're going to go ahead and turn this bad boy and upgrade. So now, see the blue dot on Oush's chip. The blue dot shows how many upgrades it has to earn before you have the option of actually promoting the hero to the other side with the star, granting him an additional talent. I have to lose all of the upgrades that my hero had at the time, so it's actually an option. I might want to choose to keep Oush's base form, but I'm going to go ahead and lose it because Oush actually gains a +1 attack in that promoting. And now I've got survival. We'll talk about that later if I ever use it. But so now Oush has been upgraded and I'm all done.
Okay, so it is the heir's turn once again. The fashioner is moving first, and the fashioner does have a position that it can move in order to improve its progress towards the heir's fortress.
Yep.
And then the joust again is moving towards the Brahmin fortress. So with its 2 movement, it will go 1, 2. And again, before the Brahmin's Spire gets to fire, it gets to quick strike that Battleborn.
Quick strike then?
Mm-hmm.
And then the Battleborn, unfortunately, will not be able to do 2 damage back because they are defeated. Sad face.
But your Spire does now get to fire.
Yes! Dispatch platform. Fire!
Alright, you can go
got
ahead
it
and roll.
here.
Alright.
2 damage, baby!
Amazing! We got a crit.
Boop, boop. Alright. I know I'm getting a surge of energy here because I'm very excited about we're about to take down our target, Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and take the fashioner's attack here.
Yeah, so it's going to hit you, Oush, and then 2 damage back from the counter
2 damage, yep, very good. Fashioner is still alive and kicking here.
Okay.
Alright, and ears are finished.
Alright, I'm really excited because I'm finally going to get to take something out and get some source because Adam's been hogging all of the last hits. So we're going to go ahead and move my Warbriar in, my Taproot in, and I'm going to leave Dywin where Dywin is. So we have the Warbriar doing the killing blow.
Perfect. 3 swords, Shannon.
3 swords for me.
We've defeated our target.
Woohoo. And then Dywin, I want to continue to pick away at this thorax. I do not want that still sitting there.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
When the next wave comes in, because all of my units will have to walk past it if it's still there.
It's the start of my turn. I'm actually going to use my option to do a build, because I'm taking a look here, Shannon. That is prime real estate for a spire. And because I have a spire here, I can now build out 1 more hex group. So I'm looking at my options. It looks like I just got some nice source. I don't have a specific upgrade, which is the smelter. So my option, funny enough, my one and only option, because this drilling outpost is only for the start of my, during the actual build phase. So dispatch platform. Wondering if an attack, please. Thank you. And again, it matters how I build that. That damage is so important. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that right here. That cost me in the bottom right corner 4 source. So I'm going to go ahead and down tick this from 9 down to 5. Just like that. I actually have a second build action if I want to upgrade that. That's interesting. I'm not too worried about source right now, so I'm going to let it go and just assess my options after we finish the wave. Time to move my hero. I'm going to step on the path here with Ouch. And I'm going to attack the Joust. 2 damage. Joust takes 2 damage and does not strike back. And I get 2 swords for that.
Because our opposing faction has no units on the board at all, our heroes are locked down and we can only move our minions. My Taproot is now my lead unit because I'm moving the opposite way now. So my Taproot will move its 2 spaces with the Warbriar following behind. And
Spires
are going to
for
fire.
the heirs.
Yep.
So now they're going to do 1 against its one and only option, which is the Taproot. 2 damage to the Taproot. Ouch! Yes, okay. Exactly. So,
and my Taproot has to attack this spire but can't do any damage because of that fortification there. I'm only able to do 1 damage.
Okay. And then we just go ahead and keep on going because my turn, I don't have any minions, my hero's locked down. I actually don't even get really much to do, and neither do the heirs. Based on the sheet that's been provided, we know that they just automatically pass their turn until you get closer.
Yeah, so they do have these Elfinkazi units, but Elfinkazis, they will not move out of the roost unless they can hit a hero. So they are going to stand there unless they can explode next to a hero for now.
Perfect. Back to you.
Alright, so my Taproot, I am going to use my summon ability now. So instead of moving, instead of moving, I'm going to summon. And what that does is I can pay an amount of source to group this Taproot with an upgraded other unit. So we're going to go ahead and grab a Vine Herald, which costs me, it would cost me 4 source, but since I have this, it only costs me 3.
That's nice.
It comes out on its upgraded side, grouped with an upgraded Taproot.
So flipping that chip over is very key, because now after this unit's defeated, that side doesn't have a summon. So that's how the Taproots only have 1 summon. That's clever.
Exactly, yeah. And this upgraded Taproot only has 1 health, so I wanted to wait until it took a couple damage before I went and did this summon. Can't move. Warbriar also can't move, and then Spires are going to fire.
Yeah. So a quick note, even though there's a path kind of this way for the Warbriar, if it moves its full move range, it's not improving its position. So it's actually just stuck there because of that rule. So yes, Refuge will fire away. Only 1 this time.
Alright, fantastic. And I only have 1 attack, so I can't do anything to that Refuge still.
Perfect. Pass, pass. Back to you. Go ahead and start moving.
1, 2, and 2, and again, I can't do any damage.
Spires fire the leading unit on the Vine Herald. 1 damage. Perfect.
Okay. I can't do any damage.
Pass, pass, go.
2, 2.
This
Finally
is
out of
interesting.
range.
Minions actually can also take a look at landmarks, which is
Absolutely.
very, very interesting. So if you want, but you're risking, you know, if it's an engaged unit, then these units might not even make it to the fortress.
Yeah.
Tough choice.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to
Okay.
explore anything because I don't want any of my guys to get knocked down further than
Perfect.
they need to.
Okay. So, yeah, and this spire didn't fire because, again, it doesn't have that range check. It's only got a range of 1. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so I go 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, let's take a look at these really quick. So with the Elfin Kazi on top, I'm going to set them aside for a minute so we can take a sneak peek at the Regal Lookout. So again, the build here is an attack, range, and 2 more attacks. Ouch! So it's got 3 damage, and with that +1 range, it's actually going to shoot 2 away. So we've got 1, 2. Alright? So you're 3 away. You're not going to be able to... I'm thinking, Shannon, you're not going to make it. I'm thinking, Shannon, you're not going to make it. So.
But my Vine Herald has range on its own. So it is 1, 2 away from the fortress gate, and I can do 1 damage to it. But
so, yeah,
the fortress...
and then the fortress does 1 damage back to any unit that damages it, either adjacent or at range. And it's always just 1.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's my turn.
Now we move.
And I have to move 1, 2.
Correct.
And then this one has to move 2 spaces.
Yeah, 1, 2.
But it will go there.
So I'll let you choose which one to fire with first, but I don't think the end result's going to change in this case.
No, it doesn't matter. So 3, and it'll that one can attack first.
This one is going to fire on the Vine Herald for 1.
3 attack dice.
What? 3 damage. So Vine Herald goes down. Taproot, we make sure it has 1 health, and it does. Now the next spire is going to fire.
So this one is going to fire at my Taproot.
Ouch!
All
So
right.
3 damage to the Taproot. Taproot goes down. Now it's your turn to move again, because we pass. And then spires fire again. So obviously you can see how potent everything is really. So we need to really beef up our minions. And perhaps consider sending an entire army directly here and not worry about that's a tough choice here. And so now we're going to transition to the start of wave 2. And so we're going to open with the event phase. Now in wave 2, for this scenario, it comes with an event. Alright, that's the first thing we do?
Yep.
Here we go, let's take a look. Multitasking. Alright, so during the onslaught phase, players may build at the end of their turn.
After the event phase, we have the income phase. So we're getting 7 source each.
Okay. So I'm at 7, so I get to add 7. So that puts me at 14. Now if I had 14 or more to start the income, I actually would cap out at 20, and I would lose anything extra. So you have to keep spending source. That's what those build options are during the onslaught phase for. Perfect. So turn order. So this is interesting. So now the turns have shifted. The heirs are going first this wave. That's going to change things. But we're going to start with the market phase. So the heirs are going to take the first 2 units off of the Merc minions.
Their Merc minions.
Build up their Windrush.
That will be underneath the Windrush.
Perfect. And then...
And then it's my turn to purchase out of the market, but I'm going to skip the market this wave.
I'll pass on the market as well.
Okay, so building phase.
Is have a build. Okay, check this out. So if at least 1 refuge is not on one of these 3 positions, and the position is open or available, a new refuge gets put there. Wow, so building this dispatch platform was actually a double benefit. We have to make sure that we cover up that position once it becomes available. In fact, looking ahead, it looks like the same thing, even stronger, happened in wave 3. So Shannon, let's take note. If we take one of those out, cover it up. That's very important. Very good. So build phase, you now.
Okay, so I am going to go ahead and upgrade my Hall of Shaping 1 more time. And that is a cost of 3 source. And now 1 taproot that I recruit every wave will cost me 1 CP less than it normally would.
I actually want to start building lance launchers. Lance launchers have that SAM talent, which allows me to target flying units. I think that's very important against the airs. So in order to do that, I need to build do a fortress advancement on Smelter. I'm going to put this right here, and that cost me 6 source for the bronze and steel upgrade. That's the name of the first smelter skill. Perfect.
All right.
Pass the build phase back to you, and we actually have unlimited build phases until we're done.
Yeah. Yes, but I only have 4 source left,
Ooh.
And my summon ability cost source and building spires cost source, so I'm going to save it for the onslaught phase.
Okay, okay. Let's see, I've got 8 source. I have a pretty easy way of generating source, but decisions. I'm going to build because I want some extra source next wave. This is called a drilling post. So this allows me, it's just a very simple little thing, but it allows the bronze to drill deeper and generate additional source at the end of the wave if it's still there. So it doesn't actually do any damage, and it actually has to take up one of those positions at a cost of 3 now. But the good news is, if this is there at the end of the wave, I get 6 source income, which is a huge infusion. So I'm going to do that. And then if you guys are going to pass again, Dispatch Platform has 3 blue dots, which means it can have 3 upgrades. Right now it has these 2, attack and range. I'm taking a look at the Wind Rush. It's only got 1 damage. I like the idea of building a fortification to that. How much does that cost, Shannon?
2 source.
2 source?
2 source for the fortification. 2
source for the upgrades, no matter if it's the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th upgrade, and in this case it can only go up to 3. So 2 source for that fortification, and it goes on the bottom. Any new upgrades I do to Aspire has to go on the bottom, so it's the first thing removed. I'm going to spend my 2 source. I'm down to 3. I'm going to save what I've got now. I think I'm ready.
So we've both passed then, and we go into the preparation phase.
Okay.
And we have 7 CP each.
7 CP. Now these guys have their own prep all set up, so they actually are a little stronger this time around with the Hummingers. This is a new unit that's introduced. Hummingers actually come with an Elfinkazi on top, and they are moving. The Elfinkazi. This is going to be a very interesting battle, Shannon. And then our favorite Joust. Ouch. 2 attack. Quick strike. Ouch. And then the Harrier. I'm going to stack them like this, because this is how they're supposed to be grouped as shown on the co-op sheet. For me, my 7 CP, I've upgraded that, so I'm going to just take advantage of those battle ones. In fact, I've got 2 of them this time. I like my dispatch. I'm an old-fashioned guy. I like my cheap, low-cost units, so 3 CP, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm within the count.
Okay, I have 2 taproots and a warbriar. That would normally cost me 8 CP, but one of my taproots costs 1 less because of that fortress upgrade I purchased.
Wow. Now my hero's out there, so we just have to keep that in mind when we start our first turns. They just activate again. First turn is the Harriers, so let's get started. Wind Rush will be the first thing that happens for the Harriers.
Yep, so it is again going to move 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now you actually had 3 options for your starting position for where the Wind Rush. If we wanted that Wind Rush to come flying down the road, you would have started there, and it would have ended up 2, 3, 4 way up here. But we like the idea of starting it back there. That's kind of a neat little trick, Shannon.
4 movement is already a lot of movement. I don't want it coming any faster than that.
Now, these Harriers will be targeting the Grove Tenders this wave. So now they're going to be coming around this way. By the way, yeah, who will be targeting again? really
Oh,
quick.
I am going to go for that wind rush again, I think.
Okay. I'll go for the wind rush as well. That should be interesting. After the wind rush is down, this is our primary objective, so we can't worry too much about this. Alright, so here it is. Would you like them to go slow, or should we go fast?
Let's slow them down a bit.
Sorry?
Let's slow them down a
Okay,
bit.
so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
The joust. 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go that way.
Yep.
And then the humming. And there's
Yep.
actually one more thing that the Wave 2 comes with on the co-op sheet. And that is, it gets its very first hero. The first hero is Darb.
Mm-hmm.
Now Darb starts on his base side with no upgrades, 3 health. Darb has flying, so Darb will be able to kind of shortcut through things, so that makes it interesting. Also, Darb's target is the closest hero. Darb comes out. Right now, the closest hero, looks like they're about the same there, but you can count it out. They are the same. So Darb, but can't fly over this. So we're just going to start it off right there. Alright, so the heirs are finished with their turn moving.
Okay, and it's over to me, the Grove Tenders. I have a Warbriar that's going to move 1, 2. Now, as soon as it's entered the spot adjacent to the thorax, it takes a damage from toxic secretion, but my Impale also does a damage as well. My Taproot will go there, and then my last Taproot is stuck in the fortress for now, but that's fine. Dywin is going to stay right where she is and going to get the first attack, finally taking out this thorax, which only has 1 left. That's
Yes!
I get no source for that, but I do get a relic card, which I'll look at in a second. And more importantly to me, Dywin is going to get an upgrade, and I think that Dywin needs more attack.
Attack! Now you
Okay.
actually can take down the refuge on your next turn.
Potentially, we'll see. I am done. It's your turn.
Very good. Battleborns move 3. These are the upgraded ones. I'm just going to go full speed ahead just for fun. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Dispatch. 1, 2. Ouch. This unit here. I need to get him out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to step Ouch up. And, so, after the movement, Spire's Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Refuge. 1 attack, and Ouch is hit. Thankfully, only for 1. If I had lost that other one, he's gone. This chip by itself does not count as a health. Unbelievable. That was a risk, but I was willing to take it. Now, with that aside, good news is Ouch will be able to attack the refuge. A fortification piece. That's very important. Wind Rush.
Okay, Wind Rush. Let's slow it down as much as possible, so it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Very good. I hear you. 1, 2, 3. Let's go that way.
Yes, please.
Joust. Perfect.
Okay, fantastic. My turn, and my Warbriar is going 1, 2, Taproot 2 spaces, my last Taproot out, and I am going to move Dywin 1 space, and then Dywin will attack this Harrier. Now having 2 attack does take it out.
Oh, wow.
So I get 2 source for that.
Interesting. Yes, you took my source.
Also, because Dywin just did a last hit, Dywin gets to upgrade again, so we lose our current upgrades and flip over.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And you don't get any additional health. You just keep your same health. You just flip it over.
If the health difference was higher, which it is, you do get
Yep.
the difference. So I do gain a health by doing that as well.
Okay. Very good. So after your turn, it's my turn. So I need Ouch out of here. She did not take down the refuge, and the refuge is still in full firepower here. So if I actually stop with a unit next to it, I'm going to get shot. Ouch is getting out of here. Wind Rush is my target. Let's do 1, 2. Battleborn has to move the full range. Dispatch is up to there.
Okay. Spire's Fire.
Spire's Fire. Here we go. Now, Battle One takes this out. 1, 2, 3. 2 damage. 1. This one doesn't do anything. Okay.
Okay, back to the heirs.
Windrush is moving that way.
There, and once these move,
Joust.
Spires will fire.
And they're headed to the Grove Tenders. So here we go. 1, 2.
Oh no.
Let's see. House is the closest target for dive. So it's actually going to...
But we have to move all the minions.
Minions. Yes, thank you. Okay. And dive is going to move its full move range.
Now, Elfenkazi's also happen within
the
phase.
Elfenkazi.
This Elfenkazi is going to be a problem.
Here.
So, Glide Bomb says that it is going to move and do 2 damage, exploding itself and anything adjacent.
And this actually happens before dive even gets to move.
So, the Humminger has Roost 2, which says that the Elfenkazi can move up to 2 spaces. And Dywin, unfortunately, is 2 spaces away. But we have a few different options for where this Elfenkazi can go, and I want to put it there because at least it's going to do some damage to the Joust at the same time.
Yes! Optimizing the firepower to use it to our advantage. I love the strategy.
Alright,
so
it explodes, 2 damage to Dywin, 2 damage to the Joust, and the Elfenkazi goes away.
And you don't get the source for the Elfenkazi. And if it took out the Joust, you would not have had a source for that either.
Nope.
But it did not.
Right. And then Darb is going to move. So Darb is moving 2 spaces now.
Sure.
Spires are going to fire. So
Spires fire. This is... Oh, we got one in range. Dispatch. So with a movement over. Quick strike. Yeah, we checked that. We're good. Spire hits for 1. Alright. So now we move on to the attack. Windrush.
Yep.
Attacks what?
It is going to prioritize attacking a spire over a minion. So,
yes!
Yep.
And guess what, Shannon? I built a fortification.
Fortification. So it's 1 damage.
We are good.
Oh, we are not good. Assault.
No! So assault reads, if you see the reference sheet, it removes 1 upgrade before attacking. So we're going to just go ahead and remove that. And then now it gets to attack. And that is going to hurt.
So it's going to remove that next upgrade as well.
I'm a sitting duck here, Shannon. Help! Alright, these units attack, but there's nothing within range. Perfect.
Alright, so back to my turn. My minions are not going to move because they're already up against their target. Dywin is in trouble.
Maybe it's time to sacrifice.
Of course you want me to sacrifice my hero.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'll stay where I am. The Warbriar is going to do 1 damage to the Windrush. It's going to do 1 damage back. My Taproot is within range of the Windrush, so it can also do a damage, and that defeats the top unit of this group. And next we have the Anarchist.
Oh,
okay.
This guy's got 5 attack. And Anarchy means before it moves, if you roll a 5 or 6, it's actually removed off the board, and then we go right to the next most minion. Interesting.
And then my last is Dywin, who will take a shot at Darb because
and you can hit a flying unit because you have range.
Exactly.
That's really good.
That's the only ability that lets you hit flying units.
Yep. All right. Looks like I'm up. This is still my target. So battle warns are moving up there. This one has to move there. I've got options. Let's do... House will stay. First to attack. Let's do the battle one on the Anarchist. So Anarchist does 5 damage back, but I hit it for 2, and unfortunately I did not Oh, interesting. If I attack with this first, I can, the battle one will survive. So that's, of course I would do that. Hit it for 1. That's why I did that. And then retaliate, but it doesn't have range, so that's nothing. 2 and 2. And she's gone.
What do we have next? Elite Duelist.
Last unit.
Okay.
This one has assault, so it will. Oh, my spires. Oh, you need to help me build because Okay, so this will be fun. But I did get no reward for anarchist. Wow. Ouch. The survival skill. We didn't talk about that. So basically, if I don't move or attack this turn, guess what? I get plus 1 HP up to my 3 health. So I'm at 2. So that's good. That's trying to keep them alive. We're good. These guys.
All right. So the Elite Duelist can't move. We've boxed him in. But the Joust is moving towards me. 2 spaces.
Yes.
1, 2, and the Humminger right behind it. 1, 2. And then Darb is moving towards the closest hero, which is Dywin.
Ouch!
Ouch is right. Okay, so very first thing is quick strike units are going to go. Yeah, so the Joust could hit the Warbriar or Dywin, but heroes will get prioritized. The AI will hit Dywin and take it out.
But it doesn't have... Yes. Wow. Wow. Okay, and then Spire's Fire. We've got 1, Shannon. Let's make it count. 1 damage to the Elite Duelist.
Fantastic. And then the rest of their units are going to attack. So the Elite Duelist is...
prioritizing the Spire.
Yep.
And it has assault. We can say goodbye to the dispatch platform. So it will use its attack and assault, everything. Because it has to target this before the assault is applied. It doesn't get to assault and then attack something else. So that's part of that. Perfect.
Okay, so back to me. And I do want to use a build action before I do anything else.
Now, a key point for Shannon is she needs to build her first Spire on one of these 2 positions because it's over the large hex group that's in front of her before she can build on one of these 2.
So... Shrubbery, or sorry, Retail right there. It costs me 5 source of my 6. But has SAM, which allows it to hit flying units.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Alright, so I built, and now I would move, but I am boxed in. And then I will attack. So I think that my Warbriar is going to hit this... no. My Taproot's going to hit it first, doing 1 damage, so that I don't take the counter. And then the Warbriar will do another damage there. And that's my turn.
I'm going to take a peek at this thing. We're going to take a risk here. Toxic Secretion. Let's see, it's a relic. I like relics. I'm going to just take a chance here.
Okay.
Flip it over.
This one does have a counterattack, though.
But only if I attack it. So revealing it is just simply revealing it. Counterattack. Oof. I'm taking my chances. Here we go. So Ouch is going to go for it. So we're going to just reveal it. So now any minion that's next to it will probably have to hit it if there's no other options. So that's risky. Alright, let's start with the attack. Battle 1 to Elite. No. Dispatch first. So 1 damage. And then Battle 1 will take care of him.
Okay,
I
great.
get 3 source for that.
3 source, yes.
3 source. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm back up to 9, which gives me enough source to build a Spire out there. But is it too late? I don't know. We need to cover up both of them, Shannon, somehow.
Yeah,
both of them.
I don't have much source, so...
Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, she's going to hit this. 1, 2, counterattack of 1. And actually, Ouch gets a +1 for the outfitter. So it's 2 plus the 1. So this is going to be close. Interesting. Alright. So, multitasking though, Shannon.
Yes. Do you wanna build a Spire right now?
Yes, I would like to build a Spire. I just realized my dispatch platform only cost 4. I have 9. I can actually use both of my build actions right on the same turn if I want to.
Yes, because you haven't used any build actions yet this wave.
Perfect. So that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And then we can get those covered just in case the minions end up going away and we can't get another turn or two. But I think that that's important. So let's go out here. Plus, I don't want Shannon taking any of my source here. All right, so I've used both my build actions for this turn, but hopefully we're safe for now with regards to that. I am finished. Is move, and this one will move to the hero.
Closest hero, yep. So moving towards our Osh now.
Both of these
there. That's closest to the target. Okay. And then quick strike is going to happen. So the joust is
the toxic secretion. I think kicks in for dive.
Absolutely, yep.
So toxic secretion, anything that steps next to it takes. Okay. Quick strike, yes.
Quick strike is going to take out my Warbriar.
Spire,
and you have a Spire with splash.
Oh,
so
yes. So splash is an optional. I can be like, I'm going to fire with my Spire, and I'm going to turn on splash with this shot. So guess what? I get to choose the Humminger, and I get to splash. But I'm not out of the woods yet. I only have one attack die. I actually have to hit with this Shannon. If I miss, it's
I believe in you.
Yes! So 1 damage to the Humminger, and then 1 damage to
everything surrounding the Humminger. Yep. Amazing.
And I get 2 more swords, plus 1 is 3 more swords. After spending my 8 there, puts me at a grand total of 4. I forgot to down tick, but now I'm there. 4 total swords, and back up to Humminger attacks. Dispatch platform. So we've got, ouch, even though it does 2 damage, it only removes 1 upgrade. So here we go. Alright.
Okay, and I just realized that actually the Humminger is within range of mine as well. So I am going to attack it. 1 more damage.
Perfect. We'll take care of that. Great. Alright, so now all the spires have shot. Theirs are done. Go.
My turn. And I'm going to move this taproot 1, 2, 1, 2. And this taproot will attack the Humminger and destroy it, and I will get 2 source from that.
Wow.
Now, that's the last of our opponent's minions.
Now, immediately, the heroes that are in play are locked down, and right now there's only the one, Ouch. So this is my target. I'm coming down here. Battleborn moves 3. Dispatch moves 2. I have to go here, because this is a lateral play. So I'm going in this way. 1, 2, 3. Battleborn has to move the entire length, and it still improved its position. So it's going to tuck in here for just a minute. And walking by this thing. 1 damage for that. 1 damage for that. So these things are nasty. These things are nasty. Battleborn's gone, just like that.
You have range.
Thank you. That's what I missed. I was seeing something. We got it.
Okay.
Very good.
All right.
So I have that, and I believe that that's everything on my turn.
Heirs miss their turn. They have nothing to do. I am going to move my taproot 1, 2, 1, 2, and I've got nothing else I can do.
Okay. I've got units for this one, and I'm done.
All right.
Nothing.
2, 2.
1.
2.
Now, unfortunately, there's no 2 paths here. That's kind of a game changer. It would be fun if we had. So this is going to be interesting.
So my taproot is going to get 1 hit on the fortress.
1 damage.
And they can't reach me. Their spires can't reach me, but the fortress always does damage back.
So I'm up. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is going to be interesting.
But I do have the ability to summon.
Oh!
Yeah. So I can spend my 3 source, and instead of moving...
Yes, you can still attack then.
I'll go ahead and
Oh,
summon
you can't
with
because,
this.
oh, that's interesting. Okay.
So we have an upgraded Vine Herald.
Okay.
All right. So that's instead of moving. So now my units won't move.
Right.
But the Vine Herald still has range, so
Fantastic
I'm going to do
play.
that one
Down to
attack.
7.
Yeah.
That is crazy. We're getting there. Figuring out a way to. Oh, that's interesting. My turn. I actually do have a relic. I forgot about for a second. Fortress Portal. Now, at the end of my turn, on any of my turns during the onslaught phase, I can teleport my hero back here. And the reason why that's important is when you come back to the fortress, you can get to full health. Just like that. That's a good way to heal up your hero. Now, key detail, as soon as your hero ends up entering your fortress during that wave, it must stay there until the end of the wave, and it can't come out until the next one. But I'm ready for wave 3. Bring it!
Okay, so back to my turn. I can't avoid it any longer. My Vine Herald has to move in, but my Taproot right there.
I like it.
All right, so their spires are going to get to fire on me.
Okay, so which units do you want to fire with first?
We'll go with this one first. So 3 attack.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's enough.
Just like that. Okay.
Okay, and then this one will fire on my Taproot.
Come on. And
That's fine. Taproot's gone, but this Taproot has range
yes!
on the fortress, so one more hit.
6. We're getting there. We're getting there. And then one back from the fortress. So this is going to be an interesting next wave for sure. That's a fantastic play, Shannon. All right, my movement now. So unfortunately, you know, the dispatcher's in front of the Battleborn. That might have been a real issue because it can only move 2. But guess what? After my movement, I get to attack. So I'm going to shoot the fortress for 1.
Great.
Here we go. Down to 5 and it hits back for 1. All right.
Okay, back to me. My Taproot has to move in and is going to take a couple attacks.
Yeah, this is going to hurt. 3.
All right,
You're gone.
that does it. So that's the end of my turn.
All right, so it would be lovely to figure out a way to get the dispatch up here, but unfortunately it's a lateral move, so I can't get that dispatch to position itself over there. It's going to go up front, and then the Battleborn has to move as far as possible right there. So I'm going to choose this to be the first target, the first one to target the leading unit.
Okay.
Okay. And it's a 1.
1 hit.
But, I need those misses to happen on the next turn. Anyways, this one's going to attack, and it's gone. And unfortunately, the Battleborn only has 1 range. We're going to try it again. Alright, here we go. Movement. Doesn't matter who. This is going to hurt. Boom. Gone.
And he's gone.
So we managed to get the fortress down 4 more to 5. Alright, so that was the end of the onslaught phase.
It's the end of wave 2.
We're going to kind of just breeze through the 3rd one, but we're going to set it up.
Okay, so turn order this round. Bronn are first.
Yep.
Okay.
Event card.
Event card.
Here we go. All landmark minions gain engage for this wave only. So if we flip over one of these and it has engage, we have to flip it over and attack it. Ouch! So the multitasking one goes away.
Absolutely.
With the last wave, and now we've got the new restlessness one. So we're just going to tuck that in there.
Okay.
All right.
Income phase, we both get 9 source.
4, we get 9.
9 source.
4 plus 9 is 13. Here we go. My math is rusty. There we go.
Okay, and then we go into the market phase.
Market.
Heirs automatically are going to get their 2 minions, but you have some lovely choices here.
I wish to purchase.
Okay, so Adam's purchasing the Atoll, which costs 2 source.
That was my market phase. Sorry.
And then I'm going to not purchase from the market.
Good. Build phase. This one goes down. I'm going to go ahead and drop this one down here. Now I can do that because I've got the dispatch platform right there, and I want to terraform this spot because now we can get 2 units hitting at the same time, and hopefully that would allow us to be able to do this objective.
I think that's a great idea.
And I've got my drilling outpost income that came in from the last time too. So I'm going to use that 6 to build my siege tower. Here we go. I get 2 range and 1 attack, please. These guys are up for the build. Now, their build is they're going to check these 3 positions. And if there was no spire there, if it was an open source spell, they actually get a doubled up refuge. A very, very strong spire. But fortunately for us, this one held its ground, and we are safe from their build phase, which is a game changer, really. Okay.
Okay, I am grabbing the last upgrade on my Hall of Shaping. It costs me 4 source, but reduces the cost of my taproot summoning by another 2. So now all of my taproot summons are 3 source cheaper.
Wow. Wow. Alright. I'm going to use yet another build. I'm going to build a fortification because it would be silly not to fortify the bunker buster. We've got that, and it cost me 2. Just like that. So that way, hopefully, I can maintain it, pass, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to build the first upgrade on my Sacred Grove. That's costing me 3 source, but it says during my prep phase, I can sacrifice a CP to gain back 4 source, and I plan on having a spare CP, so that's a good upgrade for me.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So, with my remaining 9 source, I actually would like to do a Forsaken Dispatch. Let's do that, Forsaken Dispatch. So we actually have a special die. I think it's locked into the castle here. So this is my 1 upgrade for 4 cost. Just like that. And I'm going to call it good.
I'm also done building.
Yep.
So we go into our prep phase. Now the Wind Rush on this wave is coming out on its upgraded side, so it's a little bit tougher this time around.
Ouch! Ouch!
It has 2 more minions underneath it.
Not only that, Shannon, but in this final wave, we meet the next level hero from the airs, Keen. The Keen has 4 health, also flying, and will target the closest hero.
That's fine.
Which in a moment will be me. I'm actually going to target, I'm convinced we can beat this.
Okay.
So
maybe, that's one objective, and then the other...
Maybe I'll do...
So we still have to take out the Wind Rush, but the third objective this wave is to go through that gate port. And if one of us doesn't target that gate port, then we can't accomplish it. So I can target the gate port then.
Okay, you're going for the gate port, I'm going for the fortress. Nobody's targeting the... I can't even think about it. Alright, 3 battle bonds and a dispatch. And the battle bonds are all upgraded because of my honor pit. I'm going to just capitalize on that. I think that's the right play.
Alright, great. I'm going with 3 taproots that would normally cost me 9 CP, but one of them is cheaper. And I'm sacrificing that CP for the 4 source.
Nice. I'm thinking what I would like to do is I'm going to call what we do a group of battle bonds, and then the dispatch will go behind the group minions. That's going to be my setup.
I like it. Okay, so we have both set up ours. We need to set up what the heirs are dispatching. The heirs are deploying a Harrier, a Joust, a Humminger, and a Royal Talon.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, we're good.
So, yes. I go first. Here we go. Battle bonds. I'm going to run them down. Run them down hard. Dispatch. Ours is coming out. Okay. Harriers, please move the Wind Rush up.
Okay, it has 5 movement now.
Unbelievable!
So we're going to slow walk it as much as possible, but there is nothing slow about this Wind Rush.
Bunker Buster talent. The Bunker Buster actually allows me to fire on another spire or fortress within range. I know that it's probably spelling the doom of the Bunker Buster, but I have to go ahead and take a shot, and normally I would do that. I have to do that at the start of my turn, but I'm going to go ahead and do that just so I don't forget. So 1 to this. And then it does 1 damage back to me.
Yes. Removing the fortification upgrade.
Perfect. Just like that. I think that was the right play. Then, thank you. Now we're caught up again. So what I want to do is quick strike. Okay,
Quick strike
this one's out of range. Quick strike for 2, but it ends up only doing 1 fortress upgrade. So quick strike.
All right.
And then
now what would you like
Spire's
to fire?
Now it doesn't have sand, so I can't target either of these flying units.
No.
I can't target the fortress because that bunker buster is a special thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't target the Elfin Kazi, but you could target the Humminger underneath it.
I could. So I've got 3 options here. I like the idea of taking down the Humminger. Let's do that.
Okay.
Let me hit the Humminger underneath it. So it's got 1 attack, and it's a miss. Alright, so nothing happens there.
Alright.
Please.
And the rest of their units get to attack now, because only the Joust has so far.
We already did that one. Humminger does 2 damage, but it's 1. And then the Royal Talon
takes out your siege tower.
Just like that. Bunker Buster is... The siege tower's gone. But it was worth it. We got 1 more out of the fortress. We are getting closer.
Alright, and it is my turn. I don't have any heroes this wave, so we're just going minions and all taproots, so this will be interesting. 2, 2, and that is my entire turn.
Wow. Okay. My turn?
Your turn.
Battle 1. Dispatch. Ouch. Windrush.
Okay, Windrush is moving.
So it has to move the forward. So this
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and let's move these, and then...
That's interesting. But it's targeting me, and I think that the right play is to be able to hit it back and take it out.
Well, they're targeting...
They are targeting
the gate port.
Spire, quick strike, but no, this is a good play.
Okay.
Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, no heroes, and then fly, and we're just going to send it straight in, and this one comes in around here.
Okay, great.
Very good.
So quick strike first.
Yep, right.
The Windrush has quick strike now because it's upgraded, so it is going to do 1 hit on my Spire first. Okay.
Harrier actually is going to target a Spire over a minion, so quick strike, and just like that, the dispatch platform is gone.
Alright.
Unbelievable.
My Retall at least does get to retaliate, so I'll take an attack die, and we are doing 2 damage.
Yes! And battle 1, I'm sorry, dispatch and dispatch.
Okay.
So I got a couple, but I like this option here, and I'm torn. Let's try this one first.
Yeah, do that one
See
first.
how it goes. 1. I like the idea of Shannon is recommended. I think she wants my source. That's what she wants. 1 damage.
No, we're not targeting that Windrush, so we've got to take the hits on it.
Shannon's right. We don't have that as a target, and that's scary. So, dispatch platform will shoot the Windrush for 1.
Okay, great.
Sweet. Now, Harriers already used their attack, like they're just there.
The 2 with quick strike did, and then none of these can attack anything.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to get in front of the Windrush now. This is interesting. We may have made a fatal mistake. We needed my Battleborn to sneak in. So the Windrush was behind. If the Windrush make it through, this is going to be interesting. Okay. Whose turn?
That was the Air's turn, so it's my turn.
Take it down.
Taproot 1, 2. This one will go 1, 2. And then 1, 2.
Yes,
We're looking pretty good here. This Taproot will attack first for 1. No retaliate. And then this Taproot attacks and takes out the last health on this. And we have a Convict with Battle Hardened. Yeah. So Battle Hardened means that it can't take damage from Spires.
Yep. But we have to do it ourselves.
This Taproot still has an attack left.
Yes.
So it can do 1 damage and no retaliation because it's ranged.
Okay. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do this, Shannon. I'm up.
Yep.
Battleborn's not moving. Ouch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to just take a peek at this here. We're going to go ahead and reveal that.
Our event gives it engaged.
Oh my goodness! Okay, perfect. So, after my movement, which happened, Spire, so now it's, I go, right?
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and do this.
Great.
Get my source. 1, 2. Dispatch must attack this because of engage. So it does 2 damage. There's no retaliate because I'm at range. Now, ouch. Oh, and actually it has survival. So, ouch does 3 damage. There's only 2 left here. I've taken that out. I get a relic. We need this to be a game changer here. I'll take a look at that while we continue our play.
So it's the heir's turn. The convict moving first with 2 movement. And then the joust this way 2.
Wow.
The humminger has 2. Royal Talon flying with 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then Jaylana is coming up.
Stay away from my hero.
Is coming up there. Okay, so they are not within range of any of us. Spires fire though, so you.
I don't have Sam. I can't
so
attack
you can't
flying.
attack the Royal Talon. It is my turn, and I'm going to use a build action to spruce this up a bit. I am upgrading my spire, so I'm spending 5 source because
I love the range
the second level is 2 source, and then the third level is 3 source. Now I am capped out, but I do have a relic I plan to use. Anytime on my turn, place a free upgrade on one of my spires. So I'm going to get another upgrade on that.
Wow!
No,
You'll be able to shoot.
Let's go range. Let's go range.
I think that's safe. That's
okay,
good.
so that's going to give us lots of options. Taproots are moving towards this gate port.
Yep, that's your destination.
So 1, 2, 1, 2, and this one can only go 1. And then in terms of attack, my taproot here can hit this battle hardened and destroy him. Next up, we have a nomad. Oh, that's a lot of movement.
3 health on the nomad.
And I did get no source for killing that convict.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. And now the nomad, this is interesting. It can travel on the plains and the forest, so it's going to have an even easier time getting back to the fortress.
Oh.
This water here is our saving grace, so it's kind of trapped in there. This is fantastic. Okay, I'm up.
You are.
I'm moving towards my target.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
1, 2. So that's the battle for it. I can't hit flying.
Right.
Okay. So I've got out of range. So I've got dispatch. I can do Royal Talon or the Nomad. That is a tough choice. I think I need to knock this down a peg because my hero, it can only hit back for 2. I want to get him down to 4 health.
Okay.
For 1. I think that's the right play.
Okay.
I'm finished.
Okay. So it is the heir's turn. Nomad can't move. Joust can't move. Royal Talon. And then Keem will also move towards you.
A quick strike. So this one is going to attack. And I don't get to hit back, unfortunately. Ouch!
No.
So that stays there.
Keem also has quick strike.
So the good news there.
Just 1 damage.
And I get to hit back for 2.
Yep.
That was huge.
Awesome.
That was absolutely huge.
Okay, and then Spire's Fire. You and I have this Spire. I think I have to hit that Nomad. Alright, here we go. Oh, that was disappointing.
You need to keep that. Oh my goodness!
Okay. You don't have anything that you can fire on with your Spires, do you?
I can't hit flying, so I don't have the sands, right?
Correct. All right, and then Royal Talon's going to attack.
This thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the Royal Talon is headed to the gate port. Keen is headed to my hero.
Mm-hmm.
But the Royal Talon, because it's adjacent to my hero, will target it. Priority 1. So it attacks for 3.
Wow.
And I'm gone.
Goodbye, Osh.
And I didn't even see that. I totally blanked seeing that the Royal Talon could do that. So that's going to be interesting. Looks like you will have some company after all.
Oh, man. Okay.
And then Keen already did quick strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And now that Keem doesn't have a hero to move towards, it's moving to the default heirs target of that gate port as well. No, but I can summon.
You
Which
can!
would stop me from moving.
I might do that. I might do that.
So why don't I summon with this one, which will hold these guys in place, and this one I can race to the gate port.
I love it.
Okay.
Do that.
So this taproot moves to... This taproot, instead of moving, it was going to summon. I have 1 source, which I'm going to spend on this Vine Herald.
How perfect is that?
So we'll do that.
Ha-ha!
And then the Vine Herald can attack
Yes!
the Nomad. 1 damage.
1 more. So close.
Very close.
So close. So this is our primary. If we can't take this down, we lose.
Mm-hmm.
We need to make sure this is so close on all French. All right. Yep, please.
All right, that is the end of my turn.
Okay. I'm up. So I don't have my hero anymore. This is it. This is it. So I've finished moving, naturally. And now, this is crazy. I attack. I can't hit flying, so this is my play.
Okay, yep.
I take it out.
Mm-hmm.
I get 2 choice.
Okay.
1, 2. I'm up to 9. I'm going to attack this Nomad.
Okay.
Yep. So I get that, and I get to my 11 choice. And this, next turn we'll show you why I chose to do this. But we finished officially our mission as long as our fortresses are not going to fall because the targeting.
So we will win this scenario.
We will.
We have 2 additional objectives that if we can complete them, we will go into the next co-op scenario in a better position.
Yep.
So that's why we want to do that.
I'm done. Ears are up.
Okay.
Obviously, the Windrush and marks are gone. So now it's about leading unit, moving first. I think what we want is to kind of go this way.
Well, it needs to make because it's flying, it needs to make as direct
That's right.
progress
as direct
possible.
as possible.
And then the Hummingbird next because all the minions have to move at the same time.
Yep. So this one is not flying, so it's going up there.
Mm-hmm.
And Keen is flying and will make a direct path as well.
Okay. Keem has 3 movement.
3 movement. Thank you.
Okay. Quick strike.
Quick strike. Do we have any?
Keem does.
1, and he will target the Spire.
Mm-hmm.
So quick strike, 1 damage. Now Spire's fire.
Spire's fire.
Spire's fire. Flying. I can't hit it. This one is not flying, however. Please.
Yeah, I will go ahead and attack that. So 2 damage on the Hummingbird.
So Royal Talon attacks that.
Yep.
And
okay, and
now
that is
attacking.
it.
So
Okay.
I lost this. Wow, it's falling apart, Shannon. Help!
My turn. I am going to go 1.
You could
2.
slow play it. You could slow play it.
I could, but I'm going to end up in range of that refuge at least 1 turn, so we might as well make it this turn.
Wow, yes.
And then my Vine Herald moves 2, and my Taproot also moves 2. First, their Spire gets to fire on me.
Yep.
So would you mind
So
rolling
let's
that,
roll
Adam?
Here we go. 1 damage
1
from the
damage.
refuge.
Okay, that's fine. And then my Taproot's going to attack it back. 1 damage won't take out that fortification. Nope. And then coming over here, this Taproot has range and is doing 1 damage to the Royal Talon. And then my Vine Herald also has range for 1 damage.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. Wow. I'm up. So I've got a fortress spire here. I can build here, and then I could actually come out here using that rule. I've got 11 source. This is interesting. So what if I did a dispatch platform and a siege tower? So the dispatch, let's put it up there.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
And for your bunker buster.
And then my siege tower. So that's my second build. So I'm down to literally 2, 4, one source. One source left. So siege tower here. So I've got a special skill. I've unlocked the Forsaken Dispatch die earlier. Again, artillery die. I get to use this and it goes away just like that. But I'm rolling it twice. And the first roll, I get to choose whether it's the range or the damage, and then roll it again, and then the other, just like that. So I'm hoping for a 4+, and then I will just designate that to be the range.
There you go.
Boom! So that's going to be my range. The next roll I do, 1, 2, 3, 4, perfect. The next roll I do is going to be the damage. Just like that, 3 damage, and it works for anything. Even flying. This is my big, big, big Forsaken lightning bolt that's coming out of the fortress here. And it's gone, just like that. And I actually get 2 swords for that as well. 1, 2, I'm back up to 3. But the Forsaken die and the upgrade go away. And I have to relearn it for 2, for 4 more swords if I want to. But we took care of this problem, which is huge, 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 huge. Alright, I'm going to continue with my turn. We've got 1, 2, 3, and we've got 1, 2.
Okay.
Alright, dispatch must attack. I've got options. I've got options
hit that
here.
Elfinkazi.
I think we want the dispatch to shoot the Elfinkazi.
Yes.
And then it's just an automatic deal here. 1 damage and then no counter strike. And
2 swords for that.
2 swords for that. Yep, thank you. 5. My turn is over. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit.
Okay, so Air's turn. They still have a couple units on the go. Royal Talon does have flying. So 1, 2. And the Humminger also moving 2. They don't have anything with Quick Strike anymore, so my Spire is going to fire on this Humminger. 1 damage is all it takes, so that's 2 source for me.
Okay.
And then the Royal Talon is going to, unfortunately, attack my Taproot and take it out.
Ouch.
Yep, that hurts.
Ouch.
Okay.
All is not lost. All is not lost.
Okay, so that's the errors. Back to my turn.
Yes.
I have a Vine Herald making its way up here and a Taproot right there. So I think what I need to do is have... They both have to attack if they can. So the Vine Herald will attack first. 1 damage, but taking 3 back. And then my Taproot will follow up with another damage.
I'm up.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, start of my turn. I'm going to exercise my Bunker Buster.
Yep.
I'm going to try something different. I'm thinking I'm actually going to target the Regal Lookout. Is that something I can...
Yeah, you can.
So the reason why is I'm going to try and make sure this Battle One survives and hits for 2.
Okay.
So that's my strategy here. Rather than the guaranteed 1, I'm going for 2 damage.
Okay.
Come on. I need my 1.
Oh, no.
It's a mess. It's a mess. This is bad news. This is bad news, folks. It might have cost us this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, so after the movement, here we go. This one's going to target first.
Alright,
Please do the honors. 3 attack dice. I can't look. I can't look. I need 2 misses. Alright, that Battle One's gone. Next one. This one's going to target.
Alright.
Please, please, please. 1 miss.
Oh.
But it's still 3 damage.
3
Battle
damage.
One will not be doing any damage. That would have knocked it down to half. This is not good, folks. I was so close. Okay, my turn is over.
Okay, Air's turn. This Royal Talon is moving 3 spots. 1, 2, and onto the gate port for 3.
Yep.
So this Royal Talon's made it home free. Anything that goes through this gate port is going to carry through to the next co-op scenario. All the co-op scenarios come in pairs, with the first one affecting the second one. So now, unfortunately, we've let that Royal Talon into the next scenario, which will potentially make it much tougher.
Exactly, exactly. So this next scenario, I'm already dreading. But this is why you targeted the gate port to send yours in. So this is going to be our way of making our next scenario easier. Yeah.
All right, that was all of their units.
Yep.
And now it's my turn. So I can move 2 spaces and 2 spaces here. The refuge is going to fire on my leading unit. If you could do the honors, Adam.
Okay. It's 2.
2 damage, takes out my Vine Herald, but I do have a Taproot under there as well. And neither of them can do any damage to that refuge because they only have 1 attack.
Alright, so on my turn, I'm going to use it now.
Yes.
Only this time,
you're going to make the smart decision and hit their fortress gate.
I have to attack the fortress.
Yes.
Fortress.
I think that's the best decision at this point.
Here we go.
Okay.
We really wanted 2 here.
We needed 2.
We needed 2. We needed 2. We'll take the 1 for now. It's not over yet. Now we do the move.
Well, it hits back.
Yes. Fortress hits back. So this is where it's going to get interesting. I can still reach for 2 and do 1 damage, but oof, oof. Alright, so dispatch moves, and now 2 range. Now these spires are out of range still, so this is a hit. So the fortress is down to 2 now. 2. We're very, very, very close. Fortress hits back for 1. I'm on my toes here. My turn is over.
Yep.
The heirs actually don't have anything to move.
They don't have anything to do.
We transition to your turn.
My turn. My Taproot is moving through that gate.
Yes!
And so is this second Taproot.
Perfect. So even just by sending 1 minion, we just accomplished our second of 3 objectives.
Absolutely.
So the final objective rests in my hands here.
I need you to pull your weight over here and take down that fortress gate.
So this is a nail biter. Start of my turn.
Yep. Bunker Buster.
Bunker Buster.
You could do it right here.
If this doesn't hit for 2,
1 in 6 chance.
This is for the win.
This is it right here.
This is for the win. So 1 in 6 chance. We actually swept this thing. No! 1. So down to 1. And this is why I can't do another with the siege tower. Unfortunately. Because number 1, I won't have another turn. But I've lost my range and I've used both my build actions. So I can't keep adding to this. Because I had to use my first build action to be able to build out there. But anyways, we got 1, and now we're going to continue with the movement. Now we still need 2 misses, and I can't watch. I can't watch. This is the game here now. And unfortunately, dispatch is taken out before it gets to deal the last 1 point of damage to, I'm going to show the camera here. So close. Anyways, well done.
Well, we had so much fun playing this co-op scenario for Cloudspire. We did ultimately succeed in our goal of stopping those mercs getting to the fortress, and the second of getting something through the gate port. I do want to point out that you did fail to take down the air fortress. So 2 out of 3 is not bad, but
this was my responsibility. I know. 1 health. We were close.
Very close.
We were close. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us and watching us play our game. We had so much fun. We have more videos that we want to make, and we are going to be making a push to add more Cloudspire videos onto our YouTube channel. Chip Theory Games is our YouTube channel name.
So follow us if you would like to see more content in the future.
Yes, absolutely. We'll see you on the other side. Adam out.